सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we are doing verse 73 is what we have to start with. The introduction has already been given in quite details in the last couple of classes, where the topic of these 10 verses from from 71 to 80 is talking about the differentiation between what is permanent and what is impermanent. Since we all understand, you don't need knowledge to tell you that life on the planet for all of us is impermanent. We have a short life. There's a birth and then we see the death of others. So we conclude that this body will also die, I will also die at some point of time. So between birth and death, that life is a short span. And that short span is called impermanent compared to when you see the mountains and you see the old trees, thousands of years, the oldest tree being almost more than thousands, a few thousand years old. That's the oldest tree on earth still living. Now, when you compare inert things around and you compare it with life, sentiency, the insentient versus the sentient, you get that automatic conclusion without really even doing any deliberate thinking, that the sentiency seems to be impermanent. It is not that you have to sit and think. You just understand on your own that when I see the mountains, I say, oh, Mount Everest is the highest peak. I automatically understand that it has been there for long time, and there are many people who have come and gone in between. Life seems to be more impermanent compared to the objects, the inert things. We all have so much of our ancestral handing downs also, objects, all various things that come from our grandparents, grandparents, great-grandparents. You have those objects still lying around and you preserve them, saying this is heritage. Now, your notion of permanence and impermanence is based on what you see as more lasting and what you see as short living. Conclusion automatically is life expressed is impermanent. Shastra says, inquire this fact that you seem to take it for granted, that life is impermanent here, objects will last, planets last, galaxies last much longer. We all sense it also that yes, they will also be going some point. They are also impermanent. But what is permanent? So compared to two impermanent things, there is a relativity that you see of permanence in life. Our own understanding is, yes, everything gets destroyed at the end, we do not want to extend ourselves into thinking that Earth will get destroyed at some point. There'll be no life on this Earth planet probably at some stage. The science is still discovering where life has come from, so we are not really interested in figuring that out. Scripture says, start analyzing. Start analyzing deliberately what is permanent and what is impermanent, between that relative permanent that you see and relative impermanent. No, not between that. I've just concluded saying everything that you will experience in life would have a degree of relative permanence. This relative permanence, is it what is truly the only fact? Is there nothing called absolutely permanent? Whatever we experience in life, we are saying has a relative permanence and relative impermanence. The question to be asked, the scripture says, is find out, is this true? That everything is only relative and that there is no absolute permanence. Is there an absolute impermanence? Find it. Is there an absolute impermanence? Can there be an absolute impermanence? Absolute impermanence. Absolute impermanence means not being there, non-existent, shunyam. So it can never be there. Absolute non-existence, non-permanence, impermanence cannot be there, because absolute impermanence would mean not being there. है ही नहीं कहने वाला तो कोई है ही नहीं. There's always an experience of objects, experiencer of objects, or experiencer of life. So to say there is absolute non-existence is not possible. Is there absolute permanence?
Yes.
How? What?
Knowledge.
Knowledge? Which knowledge?
One. Like the knowledge of the higher. Isn't that what you carry forward?
The knowledge of the higher that you carry forward. Good. What is absolute permanence? Is there a possibility of an absolute permanence?
We've heard yes.
They have heard yes, you have not yet heard. So what is that possibility? There is a possibility, you have to inquire. We all start with the inquiry that it is not possible. But what is possible for all of us who say it is possible? What are we saying it based on? That the
scriptures have led us to look at the Hona itself, the awareness itself, that seems to be always there regardless of.
And the fact that I think I will not die.
And the fact that I think I will not die, correct?
Despite seeing everyone dying.
Correct. Despite seeing everyone die.
Isn't that subjective though?
I mean, really speaking, if you ask me, I don't think so I'll die. Though I know I will. I mean, there's a contradiction, but that's not sure.
While you believe that there will be death for you, you don't have death as an experience for yourself. You can't experience death. You can believe that you will die because you see death around. But the one who you have seen died doesn't experience death.
And you don't experience birth also.
And you don't experience.
But you always experience hai.
Correct. Continuity. That continuity is of what nature? What do you mean by continuity? There is a continuity. A changing continuity is one continuity. There is a changing continuity. which we are seeing as life, relatively permanent, relatively impermanent, is the changing continuity. What is that other continuity? Is there a possibility of another continuity which is permanent, which is changeless? What is that? Is the question. See what he's asking us to do. You have to see very beautifully how he leads us. Yeah? This impermanent that we take for granted, and we just equate it to whatever is relatively permanent. Our definition of permanence and impermanence is only based on our sensory experiences. They're only based on a sensory experience. दिखता है तो लगता है. It's a contact based knowledge. Sensory contact based knowledge. That's all that there is. Our conclusion that this is impermanent and permanent is based only on the sensory information. The scripture told us, Shastra tells us, question this. This is default knowledge for you. This is already there. मगर इसको अब एग्जामिन करो, क्या ये सत्य है? क्या ये सच में ऐसा ही है कि there is no absolute impermanence and absolute permanence? And we just said absolute impermanence on examination gets ruled out. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता because the experiencer is always there. That means कोई तो है ही है, तो कोई नहीं है तो कभी है नहीं. तो absolute non-existence, absolute impermanence is ruled out. Then is the absolute permanence possible? To which one of you answered to say, yes, there is a continuity that is there always, felt within. This continuity, we are asking, is it of a changing nature? If you say yes, it is of a changing nature, continuously changing nature, that is only then again a relative. That again becomes relative. So then you must come to the point of saying, is there, examination will be, is there something which is absolutely changelessly permanent? Is there something which is absolutely changelessly permanent? What is there? I know अब आप लोग आंसर क्योंकि आता है, मगर you have to lead yourself to it. Find out in yourself. क्या है जो absolutely changelessly permanently है? What is there? I am, Shalini says. Consciousness. I am, correct. Awareness. What is permanently there? This is called Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka Vichar. See, when you don't have knowledge of what you have been fed with, you can look into your experience. आप सोचो कि जब से आप so called birth में conscious हुए हो, जब तक आप अभी conscious हो, dementia नहीं हुआ या फिर नहीं गया, intoxicated नहीं हुआ, है ना, जब नहीं हुआ तो सोच सकते हैं इस टाइम गैप में तुम्हारा क्या क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा था जो बदला, और क्या ऐसा था, कुछ था क्या जो बदला नहीं विद इन दैट टाइम, जो वैसे भी टेम्पररी है.
Can you be aware of the fact that that thing exists, or is it like you're unaware of it?
If you were unaware of it, then there's no education possible.
Unaware in the sense because you've never been educated about it.
So
but it
you
still
can
exists.
exactly. It can be, you can be ignorant about it.
Yeah.
In that sense, you're unaware about it. If you use the unaware word in that meaning, you can be ignorant about it, but it is locatable as an.
It's tangible.
It's tangible. It's locatable, tangible, as if you start to find it.
Do you mean to say
As
that
the-
can be objectified is what you're asking? Can we like see it from separate from us?
That's not what. Are you asking that? No.
No, I'm just talking about if you're like aware.
Exactly.
Oh,
If you can
awareness.
become, if you have awareness of it, can you become conscious of it? Can you become knowledgeable about it?
And the more you get to know about it, the closer you get to it.
Okay. What is it that is permanent? Self is absolutely changelessly permanent. I is absolutely permanent. Correct. When you go through your sleep, waking, dream, ever since you were born till now, anything happened outside of these three?
No.
Is there any day that you lived any other way other than sleep, wake up, in between, dream, in waking also dream, in sleep also dream? So dream seems to be in between. There's a waking dream and there's a sleep dream. So the sleep, dream, wake up, dream, sleep, dream, wake up. This is the cycle. It's fascinating. मेरे दिमाग में तो मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया ये सोच के भी कि मतलब पूरा जीवन इन 3 experiences के बाद, so called 3 experiences के बाहर, there is no experience. All my experiences will either fit into waking, which we most identify with, or they fit into some imaginary thought process, dream, happening on its own or happening in the waking state. When you dream in the waking state, you, the waker, dreams. Imagination, which is voluntary. I imagine I'm there with my best friend in wherever. It's my imagination. Is that a reality? Is that dream a reality? Now, in the waking, it's just an imagination. It's a perception. When you are in your sleep and you also dream, what is that dream also? Imagination. It's just some sort of a perception. And a perception which comes on its own, or you bring up a perception on your own. But they are just perceptions. They all fall within your waking or your dream experience. And then there is this experience of sleep where you don't experience anything. The maximum you can call it is blankness, darkness. कुछ था ही नहीं वहां पे. Reflect first. It's very interesting to understand all my experiences of life. इतनी excitements, इतनी depressions, इतने highs, इतनी lows, इतनी separations, इतनी unions, इतना सारा experience of pain and suffering and anxiety and parting and friendships and marriage and then चौथा marriage and चौथा and then कुछ so much in a life a person experiences and keeps carrying it in his mind along with. ये सारा का सारा has fallen into these 3. There has never been me who has not been experiencing one of the 3 states or anything other than the 3, if you call it in terms of experience. Is there anything outside of the 3? All your life existence, however many years you may live, God bless you with a healthy life, long healthy life. इन तीनों के बाहर कुछ भी होगा, उसी के बीच में ये दर्द भी होंगे, उसी के बीच में यहाँ भी कुछ होगा, उसी के बीच में यहाँ कुछ होगा, उसी के बीच सब कुछ उसके बीच में सारे experiences finally is just being brought down to 3. Question is, are these 3 permanent? नहीं ना? How?
Because they replace each other anyway.
Anyway, they replace each other. So they are not permanent. 3 together, are they permanent?
When it comes to an end once you die.
So when you die, so-called the body gets disconnected, the 3 ka cycle gets disconnected. Now what is there? For something to be permanent, it must be free of the cycle of the 3.
Isn't it the Atma?
It is the Atma.
That's what I was asking you. No, you know about it.
Oh, acha. But you have to lead yourself to it. It's not to be just an answer to known. You know, it is the Atma, it is the Brahman, it is you who you are, it is the consciousness, it is the awareness. Correct. But lead to yourself to that point. Is there something other than the three? What was I saying? It was a beautiful
Yeah,
statement.
That's all. You were saying so. It has to be something which is free of the cycle itself. These three, and you stop.
No, then I got interrupted.
So when you're in the unmanifest, in this, all three are there, yes.
They get replaced, no? So when you're in the unmanifest, it's replaced again. It's only when you separate out from the body and you remain in the unmanifest, but it will again get replaced by another cycle of three. Now the question was, what was the last line?
So to be free, it has to be something independent of the
It has to be something independent of the three. What is that which is independent of the three? ऐसा क्या है मेरा अनुभव होना चाहिए तभी तो मेरा ज्ञान बनेगा वो. If it is not falling, supposing sunlight doesn't fall in your experience, how will you know the sunlight? If there is something which falls within the experience, only then that it becomes a knowledge. What is that which is actually falling free of the three? Only that can be permanent. तीनों के साइकिल से अलग भी क्या कुछ है? See, this is the beauty of knowledge. When you've not heard it, based on sensory knowledge, your answer has to be no. इस तीन के अलावा क्या हो सकता है और? That's what the scripture says. है. इस तीन के अलावा क्या है ऐसा जो इस तीन की cycle of impermanence, क्योंकि अब तो ये impermanent we called it, no? So much clear? We are saying it is impermanent. Now when we see it on examination that it is impermanent, is there something absolutely permanent was the question. आंटी ने भी हाँ कर दी. Is there something which is absolutely permanent? की है वो? की है क्या? आत्मा हैगी, है ना? How do you know it is there? Will you know it on death? You can't. How will you know that Atma is permanent?
The fact that we can see the changing means that
The
there is
fact
something
that you
changing.
are seeing the changes of the three all your life. No. Shruti Bhatia says no. No to what? I've forgotten the question. The fact that you can see the changes. I want to come back to the statement before. Sara Jeevan, whole life, you have only the three experiences. Waking, dream, sleep. Waking, dream, sleep. When you were a toddler born the first day, ask a new parent, जो नया नया parent बना है. तुम्हें तो पता नहीं है कि तुम्हारा जन्म हो गया, तुम्हें तो होश नहीं है, इसको कहते हैं होश ना होना. आज तक शायद हमको होश कितना है पता नहीं है. But when you were born, ask the new first day old, 1 day old parent. Parent के भी तो उतना ही साल हो जाता है ना जितने साल तुम बड़े होते हो. The first child, when the first child is born to a parent, that day it becomes parent, no? So the mother and the father also got born that day. So with your birth as a child, your mother also got born, your father also got born. Now all your life from that day onwards till now, whatever experience you have had in that, other than these three, was there anything else? No. I'm repeating myself. Was there anything else? No. Yet, Was there something permanently there? Did you see these three consistently, continuously, as if without your, not as if, without your will at all? अपने आप बदलते हैं, ये प्राकृत स्वभाव में ही बदलते हैं. अवस्था अपने आप बदलती है. हम नहीं कहते कि अब नींद आए तो आएगी. जब हमें नींद नहीं चाहिए तो आ जाती है, जब हमें चाहिए होती है तो नहीं आती है. सपने बैठे बैठे, when you are traveling alone, why do most of us love to travel alone? Tell me the truth. Okay, those who don't like to travel, आप लोग मत बात करें.
alone नहीं.
हाँ नहीं, वही alone, हम alone की बात कर रहे हैं. Those who like to travel alone, I like to travel alone, so I know. Why do I like to travel alone? It's peaceful and
You're independent, you can just think about it.
you
Up to your own.
हवा में उड़ सकता है थॉट, कोई देखने वाला ही नहीं है. तुम्हारे थॉट्स तुम्हारे हैं, तुम कहीं पे भी ले जाओ उनको. You are free to imagine what you want. With the bird going there, you can imagine with the bird. You can fly with the bird. With something else going, you start enjoying the process of. You feel free when you are alone by yourself. Now here the question is, when you are imagining, you are experiencing all the three states put together, changing one after another. Perception is changing one after another. अभी भी देखो, take now, within this moment also, what is there in the moment? क्या ये steady है? Permanent है? It's impermanent. If this moment is impermanent, how do you know the impermanent and the impermanent and the impermanent and the impermanent? Continuously, that since day one that you were born till the last day that you will die, the three states will go on replacing one after the other. ये cycle रुकेगा ही नहीं. आप नहीं रोक सकते. You don't have the pause button, you don't have the stop button, you don't have the get off the belt button. What is that belt called? Conveyor belt. You know, वो कभी कभी लगेज फेंक देते ना बाहर. Get off the conveyor belt. No, your three states are on the conveyor belt. चलते ही रहते हैं, चलते ही रहते हैं, चलते ही रहते हैं, चलते ही रहते हैं. लेकिन उस सारे तीनों अवस्थाओं में तुम पहले बच्चे थे, छोटे थे, थोड़े बड़े हुए ना. Your parents used to love holding your hands. Why? Maybe they still enjoy. Why? Oh, you wouldn't know because the parents should answer. Why would you soothe a newly born child of yours? क्या किया था आप लोगों ने? वो तो छोटा छोटा हाथ, कितना सॉफ्ट है, इतने इतने पैर, इतने छोटे छोटे पैर. At least the mothers did that. I don't know about the fathers. What do they do? You know, इतना छोटे 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 छोटे. And after 2-3 years, oh, बड़ा हो गया. I told you, one of the young teenagers who told me, and it was quite a wake-up call for me. He says, teenager says, how are you? Oh, बड़े हो रही हो. Every time somebody meets, they say, बड़े हो गए, लंबे हो गए. She said, what do you expect me to be? What a statement to say to a growing child कि बड़े, what don't you, मतलब isn't it obvious कि हम बड़े हो जाएंगे? But you see it from the parents' view. Parent के लिए तुम इतने थे. अब वो तो कहेंगे ना कि बड़े हो गए. तुम्हारे लिए तुम क्या थे? See, did you see the change of your body? तुम्हें कभी लगा कि कल 10 साल पहले का मेरा शरीर और मेरा आज का शरीर, तुम्हें तुम्हारी फीलिंग ऑफ मैं तो सेम ही रहा ना. सिर्फ माँ बाप ने देखा कि तुम्हारा शरीर बड़ा हो गया. तुम्हें तो लगा कि मैं तो वही हूं. I still need the pampering. I still need the same. But the parent is saying इतना बड़ा हो गया. कब बड़ा बनेगा अब तू? बड़ा दिखता है, बड़ा बनेगा कब? She's enjoying thoroughly. Am I able to connect? What is permanent? See, बैठ के मनन करने वाली बात है, सोचने वाली बात है. हमारा जीवन हम किस में बिताते हैं is what Bhartrahari is telling us. What do we spend our time with? Permanent or impermanent? कंप्लीटली जो 3 अवस्था एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद हेल्पलेसली चेंज होने वाली है, वो वैसे भी चेंज होएगी बिकॉज यू हैव नो कंट्रोल ओवर इट. यू कैन ओनली बी द एक्सपीरियंसर ऑफ इट, but you have no control over the change of those 3 experiences. Yet the one who is actually the witness of it, the one who is the sakshi of it, the one who sees it, जो उस अवस्थाओं को बदलते हुए देख रहा है, वो तो नहीं बदल रहा है, वो तो परमानेंटली चेंजलेस है. तभी तो परमानेंटली चेंजिंग वो देख सकता है. That which is permanently impermanent is observable because you are the permanently permanent. You कौन है? अगर वो शरीर में बैठा, जब पैदा हुआ था और जब जाएगा कंधे पे, उसके बीच वाला अगर यू था, वो तो बदल गया.
वेकर था
वो तो वेकर था, ड्रीमर था, स्लीपर था, कन्वेयर बेल्ट पे था. हु इज द यू जो परमानेंट है? जबकि वो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है. एम आई मेकिंग सेंस? जबकि वो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है. आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड अ लिटिल? While you're experiencing the world, you're experiencing yourself, you're experiencing the changes, you could not have been one of the changing, because if you were, you wouldn't have noticed. Like we often say the example of when you are traveling and you see the train and the trees stationary. When 2 train, एक खड़ी है और एक चल रही है, तो तुम्हें लगता है दूसरी भी चल रही है. तुम्हें बड़ा ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि वो है ना, होता है ना, ये भी चल रही है. When you are moving yourself, then you will see movement. You see the movement. Stationary things. If you are stationary, if you are on that other train which is stationary, you see this stationary and you see that moving. Correct? If you are on the moving side, you see movement. The platform is moving. I remember as a kid I used to do. है ना? Platform. You know, your first time you had a train travel and you were like, platform हिलता है. Mama, look, platform भी हिल रहा है.
In fact, right when you start, you wonder, are we moving or the other moving?
Exactly.
Started to move.
These verses, भर्तृहरि कह रहा है, बहुत आराम से बैठो. ये जो कन्वेयर बेल्ट का लाइफ है ना, ये ऑर्डेन्ड है, लिखा है सबका. Very recently I heard someone very strangely passed away. A young person, hardly in 60s. Again a chartered accountant, well qualified, well professional. Reaches home रात को. On reaching home, suddenly he remembers कि he has forgotten an important document in his office. His office is in Chandni Chowk. He goes to Chandni Chowk to get his wife says, where are you going? He says, oh, I have forgotten. I have to go back. Wife says, okay, I'll come with you. 9:30 रात का time, 8:30, whatever, 7:30. Wife also goes with him. While he goes up, the chowkidar goes. His second floor, his office is. Opens, gets the document. Chowkidar tab tak niche aa chuka tha. Suddenly, around that first floor, chowkidar hears a loud thud awaz. He runs up. He sees blood everywhere. Man slipped on the stair, and his skull hit something. Cracked. घर से निकला था क्या कह के?
I'm coming back in.
Important document. Experience of continuity. उसको वो चाहिए था कल. आई एम श्योर उसका नेक्स्ट डे कोई केस था या कुछ था, उसको बहुत जरूरी था वो डॉक्यूमेंट. What did he feel? Am I disturbing you people? थोड़ा सा. He felt that sense of continuity. For who also felt the sense of continuity? When he was with the body, that conveyor belt life, he did not know it is ending at that point. खत्म होनी थी ना वो. तुम्ही ने तो बोला था अभी, तब तो तुम डिस्टर्ब नहीं हुए थे कि इम्पर्मानेंट लाइफ है। बोला था कि नहीं बोला? तब तो कोई डिस्टर्बेंस किसी को नहीं हुआ। अब जब हमने एग्जाम्पल दे दिया कि एक इम्पर्मानेंट लाइफ का एग्जाम्पल दे दिया, तो अब सडनली डिस्टर्बेंस कहां से हो गई? नहीं समझे? See, when knowledge is objective, then there's nothing happening. But when you are able to relate the knowledge as a wisdom, then it shakes you. See, life is impermanent का मतलब क्या है? सिर्फ उसकी impermanent है या मेरी कभी impermanent होगी? Are these words? You know, it's impermanent means conveyor belt किसके कितने rounds लिखे हैं? Don't know. How many waking, dream and deep sleep cycles I am going through in the body? I do not know. They have a finite number. How many Jagrat Avastha? In fact, in Ayurveda, they say that. They say, दोपहर को सोइए मत. क्यों? Because you are interrupting the waking, dream and deep sleep cycle की number. You are giving a wrong call. जल्दी खत्म हो जाएंगे. So you will live short. Shorter you live. No verification of this. I don't know whether it's truth or not. You know, that's their logic, but at least the ones that I heard said that. Now, impermanent अगर समझ में आए, only then will your quest come for knowing the permanent, because within that conveyor belt life experiences, you have to know what is the permanent who has experienced it. And trust me, the person who went through that experience experienced no pain. उसको नहीं दर्द हुआ होगा, उसको बस लगा, to the extent he was conscious, and with the traffic jams and everything, by the time he was brought to the hospital, my heart went out on the thought, important document. It's an important document. He has gone. घर आने के बाद he has gone. काल पकड़ा कहाँ पे? वो निकल चुका था वहां से, वापस गया. That's why we say it's a blessing when people go the way they go sometimes. Shanti se, it's a blessing. They've earned a lot in their life. आराम से, क्योंकि what we need to understand, इसमें घबराने की बात नहीं, please. नहीं ना, he is a brave boy. He is also a brave boy. I'm a cool boy. विश्वा जी ने आज एक चुप मारा. He said it in the morning before he left the home. The message which comes in the poem. In the olden days, we used to have Gurukul. Now we have cool gurus. So what you have, now that's better. While the life is so uncertain, you only begin to appreciate the value of this life if you remember the impermanence of life. Firstly, कह देने से कि ये impermanent है, अगर तुम्हें कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, तुम्हारे रोंगटे नहीं खड़े हुए, तुम्हें घबराहट नहीं हुई थोड़ी सी, तो मतलब तुम्हारी समझ में ही नहीं आई है. Impermanent किसे कहते हैं? क्योंकि जिसको समझ में आती है, उसको सडनली लाइफ की एक वैल्यू आती है, पता चल जाती. Instantly there is an awareness of the importance of life. My life importance I will only get when I am able to keep it in my memory that I do not know which one of the waking day is my last day. Did I do everything that was to be done that day? Only then will I live every waking day as a meaningful day, and I will stop the dreaming in between as much as I can, at least in the waking state. क्योंकि तभी तो मैं waking state को extend कर सकती हूँ ना, when बीच के जो dream state हमारे हैं उनको मैं काट दूँ. Am I not making sense? नहीं समझ पा रहे. The daydreaming that we do. So if we are able to utilize our waking better, the idleness we go away with, the heedlessness we get out of, the carelessness we shun away from, all those things which are dissipating of the value of my life, we tend to automatically plug them. You know, we tend to automatically plug them because we understand the impermanence first. और सिर्फ impermanence अगर समझ में आया तो काम पूरा नहीं है आपका, क्योंकि impermanence तो आपको पहले भी पता था. So big deal. You only started the class by saying everything is relatively impermanent, didn't you? When I said between objects and people, who is impermanent? You say, oh, life is impermanent. How objective you were at that time. Oh, life is impermanent. We know. Mount Everest has been there for a long time. We have been there. Many people have come and gone. Many are still there and their bodies are preserved. And that temperature, kuch bhi nahi. When the trekkers go trekking, they suddenly discover some bodies there. Untouched. The beautiful movie that came on it. The person was against the cliff, frozen. That's it. Still there. They had to go back and discover कौन ऊपर जाके नीचे वापस. इसको literally कहते हैं ऊपर जाना. वापस नहीं आया.
Sculpture.
Actually. And you can't even bring it back because then suddenly there'll be, so they leave it there. Now, experiencer. वेकिंग उसकी ये साइकिल खत्म हो गई, मगर परमानेंट क्या था? अगर नहीं था ही नहीं, तो तुम्हें अब जीवन में भी कहां से तुम्हें कुछ याद रह सकता है? क्योंकि सब इम्पर्मानेंट है. इज द लॉजिक क्लियर? Supposing there was no permanent absolutely, then because everything is impermanent, you would not have remembered the previous impermanent. Because there would be no reference point. But you remember all, in fact, more the impermanent it was, more you remember. You wanted it that way and it happened this way, and bas, atak gayi baat. When this experience of up and down, conveyor belt, 3 states, impermanent ko first digest it. And when that notion you cover up means you grow out of, that no longer gives you the goosebumps. You are in acceptance. There is an acceptance, there is impermanence. Then you begin to value your life, and the job is not complete. The job then is you have to still know what is permanent. आत्मा तो एक शब्द है, मालूम तो है मेरे को कि हाँ मैं आत्मा हूं, मगर मुझे अभी भी ये सुन के भी देखो हमें कुछ होता है ना, किसी का जीवन गया, सुन के भी कुछ हो जाता है. That means what? ये मालूम क्या मालूम है? मैं ब्रह्मन हूं, aham brahmasmi. What classes are you attending? I am attending Vedanta classes. So what does you teach? What do you learn in Vedanta classes? Aham brahmasmi. And I want your house, I want your wealth, I want your this. क्यों भाई, तुम तो ब्रह्मन हो, तुम होंगे तत्वमसि. You are Brahman. Keep me with my objects, keep me with my pleasures, keep me with myself, keep me with my lollipops. मेरे को तो अभी आनंद ले लेने दो ना. कौन सा आनंद? Look at us. हमें जागृत अवस्था में भी सबसे अच्छा आनंद कौन सा लगता है? सच बताना. What is our most desired, most pleasurable? At least I have that आनंद. क्या सबसे ज्यादा आनंद है हमको जागृत अवस्था में? अरे वाह, it seems to be quite universal. To sleep. नींद कितनी अच्छी लगती है. क्यों अच्छी लगती है नींद सबको? Sleep, correct.
Peace.
Yes, huh? Peace, because there is no other to disturb. There is no other to disturb. The minute the other comes, there is a disturbance. And you can take these words in the actual sense of the meaning also. There is only one, permanent. The minute the impermanent is perceived, something else is seen. And because you are permanent, you see something else, that something else is impermanent, and the minute you see the something else, now the relationship begins. And once the relationship begins, thereafterwards, there is relative permanence. Because the experience born will always be relative. The experience born will always be impermanent. The experiencer of it will always be permanent, relative in the experience. But within the body is experienced. अवस्था, जागृत, स्वप्न, सुषुप्ति कहाँ एक्सपीरियंस होती है? किसका एक्सपीरियंस है? वेकिंग, ड्रीम, डीप स्लीप किसका एक्सपीरियंस है? मेरा। कहाँ एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है ये? In the waking. No. Waking, dream and deep sleep is experienced where? Waking में तो waking is the experience. You are not experiencing the dream state in the waking. It's not, then the waking would be permanent.
This is from the standpoint of a waker.
This is from the standpoint. Otherwise waking would become permanent. Where are you experiencing the three? In me. In me. Where are you experiencing all three states?
One who's watching. Seer.
You are experiencing it in
Inside.
yourself. Imagine this, not imagine, means understand this. ये तीन अवस्था जिसको वेकिंग को हम अपने से कहाँ कहते हैं? बाहर. क्या वेकिंग अवस्था को हम अपने अंदर कहते हैं? Do you call it as my experience within? Waking is always perceived as outside. Dream is perceived as and only mine. सिर्फ मेरा ही है. Afternoon when I slept also I had a nice sleep. I had a nice dream. I didn't want to get up only. Class waking में क्लास कौन लेने जाए? ड्रीम इतना अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है. क्लास का क्या है कोई एक्सपीरियंस ऐड करना? सपने का एक्सपीरियंस ही तो है ना दोनों अल्टीमेटली. For me that experience, whether I am experiencing a dream or the waking, अब ड्रीम को एंड करके I come to the waking. Why? In the dream, as the dream, you experience it within. In the waking state you call it. It was exclusively mine. मेरी एक्सपीरियंस था. वेकिंग वर्ल्ड कहाँ एक्सपीरियंस किया तुमने? तुम्हें लगा बाहर है, बट एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंस है कहाँ पे? तीनों को when they are replacing each other, how can something outside be replacing something inside? If you are experiencing the three together on a conveyor belt, one replaces the other. How can something outside replace something inside? Dream state was felt inside. Sleep is also felt very deep inside. Sleep का मजेदार है, because you don't feel sleep as something ऊपर. You feel sleep as deep state, deep peace. A peace that was so deep, I wish it lasted forever. We say that also. I wish the sleep lasted. I know how angry we get when someone wakes us up. It is one experience which is etched in our minds. जब कोई हमें उठाता है नींद से, क्यों? इनफैक्ट शास्त्र में कहा जाता है कि सोते हुए को कभी मत उठाओ. No, it's a part of the dharmas, that don't wake up a sleeping person. Not as the Shastra says, don't disturb the minds of the ignorant people. But even in a laukik sense, वो क्या experience कर रहा है, let him, because he's actually experiencing आत्म सुखम. तुम उसको आत्म, हाँ, justified हो गया ना अब तो मुझे कोई उठा के दिखा. आत्मा सुखम, because what is there actually is only you. कोई भी नहीं है ना वहां पे, कुछ भी नहीं है, एक आनंद है, एक डीप स्टेट ऑफ पीस है. when you experience that deep state of peace, here you have to examine, why is my waking felt outside? तीनों ही अंदर रिप्लेस हो रहे हैं और तीनों ही मुझसे एक्सपीरियंस हो रहे हैं. अगर तीनों मुझसे एक्सपीरियंस हो रहे हैं तो एक्सपीरियंसर तो चेंजलेस ही होगा. तभी तो ये तीनों नोट कर रहा है. 2017 comes now and very soon 2018 will come. You're seeing it constantly moving and you cannot put a pause. Fantastic. Come what may, life runs through. Suddenly you realize that you've reached your 30s and then you realize you've reached your 40s and you people suddenly realize you've reached your 20s, and some of you at least. And then 20s reached 30s and 30s reached 40s and 40s reached 50s and 50s reached 60. We have all brackets here. And 60 reached suddenly 70. 16. 60 came back to 16. पता चला जीवन में खाए पिए सोए के अलावा कुछ भी किया क्या? Start from 20s. खाए पिए सोए के अलावा कुछ किया? Continuously in the three avasthas. What was the most continuous thing that you did in the three states? In the waking, of course, the other two states you can't. खाए पिए सोए is the only continuous, no? खाए बाकी सब कितना discontinuous है. आनंद कभी था, कभी नहीं था, कभी गुस्सा आया, कभी एस्पिरेशंस थी, कभी डिजायर्स थी, कभी कुछ बनना था, कभी कुछ नहीं बनना था. एट व्हेन यू वर 8 and 9 क्या क्या बनना था. बाय द टाइम यू बिकम टू 20 एक भी बन जाओ तो बहुत है उसमें. कुछ तो बनो. बाय द टाइम यू कम टू 30s यू आर वंडरिंग मुझे वो बनना था, ये नहीं बनना चाहिए था. बाय द टाइम यू कम टू 40s यू आर जस्ट अबाउट life is what? Static. Running, every day is running away. And if life is running away for you, you are running with the life.
You're watching it running.
Exactly. If you are running with the life, then you are not the permanent experience. You're not identifying with it. If you are running with the life, then you are identified with the impermanent. Then you will experience samsara. Then you will experience the fear. Then you will experience the anxiety. Then because impermanent by nature is impermanent, तो वो सब कुछ experience देगा ही जिसको दुख, जिस experience से दुख आता है. क्योंकि जहाँ कुछ पाया हुआ है उसको खोने का डर लगेगा. जब कुछ मिला है तो उससे ज्यादा की इच्छा होगी, बदलने की इच्छा होगी. If you are identified with the impermanent, you will be the sufferer. Choice was always yours. What you want to choose to identify with. And to identify with it, first Bhartrahari says here in these verses, in these 10 verses, he is giving just glimpses. He says, सबसे पहले, stop getting involved in the waking world. It's very easy to say, I know. Stop getting involved means what? Lose interest. ना ये तो वैसे भी बदल रही है ना अवस्था. आज ऐसी है, कल ऐसी है, अपने आप ही बदलेगी. मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत कहाँ है? कल की अवस्था और आज की वेकिंग अवस्था सेम है क्या? बचपन में जो अवस्थाएं थी वो आज सेम है क्या? वो तो अपने आप ही बदलती है. So first of all, let me begin to get a little detached from it, or just enough involved that I conduct my life well. My involvement in waking world should be how much? For you who are still in 20s and 30s, probably just about that much that you can conduct your to do what needs to be done, because it's your life. And importantly, if you have an exposure to this knowledge, it is a life which you have to direct in a way to get to know the permanent before the conveyor belt stops for you. No more waking dream in this lifetime. अब अगला कब आएगा वो, like my favorite example of the highway of the USA का highway. It was a fascination. I can't get out of it. No, that much I have repeated this example. You miss one turn, kilometers निकल जाओ. By the time I turn back, if you miss this opportunity now in this life, for what? To know the permanent, absolute permanent, the changeless permanent, the one that is also here, as much as the three states are here, felt, experienced. Only difference is that I own up the three experiences. I do not own up the changeless experience. The changeless is also my experience, but I don't own it up. Why? Because इसमें कोई आनंद नहीं है ना, रस नहीं दिखता, change नहीं है, तो दिखता नहीं है. That is why it's nitya, anitya vichar. That which is changing has to be discerned against that which is changeless. Because in the light of the changeless, changing, only will you see the changeless. The changeless, if it is there as is, without your waking dream and deep sleep state, in sleep what you are, you only see the peace, but you don't recognize it. You recall it on waking, मगर sleep में तो आपको नहीं पता ना कि आप आनंद में थे. जब आप सो रहे हो, सोते हुए आपको पता चलता है कि आप आनंद में हो कि कहते हो? नहीं पता चलता ना. परफेक्ट आंसर. नींद में नहीं पता चलता कि हमको आनंद है, उठ के पता चलता है कि आनंद था. एल्ले था मतलब चला गया, पास्ट हो गया. अब वेकिंग इज नो आनंद, क्योंकि आनंद था मीन्स व्हाट? अब नहीं है. अयो मतलब हुआ ना, आनंद था. I think it's getting too much for you, is it? When you say आनंद था, that means अब waking में you are saying आनंद है ही नहीं, मुझे ढूंढना है, कहाँ गया, वो जो मेरा था वो खो गया, अब मुझे ढूंढना है waking में. Where is the happiness? Is it in the objects? Is it in the friends? Is it in relationships? Is it in acquisition of देर हो रही है? Is it in this? Is it in knowledge? Is it in friendship? Is it in this? Is it in that? Is it in looking beautiful? Is it in becoming intelligent? Is it in reaching the top? Where is happiness? क्योंकि मुझे लगता है वेकिंग में हैप्पीनेस तो मेरी खो गई.
सुई अंधेरे में खोई थी और अब लाइट.
करेक्ट. सुई खोई थी कमरे में अंधेरे में, लाइट बाहर है स्ट्रीट पे, तो अब हम ढूंढ वहां रहे हैं, क्योंकि आनंद को हमको लगता है खो गया हमारा. वेकिंग में किसको देखा आनंद में? किसने दिन बिताया अपना आनंद में वेकिंग में? वेकिंग में तो सब भागम भाग, आनंद की खोज में, मिल जाए थोड़ी, मिल जाए थोड़ी, और जब थक जाते हैं भाग के तो सो जाते हैं. अरे वहां थी आनंद, लेकिन वहां से तो कन्वेयर बेल्ट है, रिप्लेस्ड. परमानेंटली सो ही नहीं सकते, अपने आप ही उठ जाते हैं. ना उठना हो तो भी उठ जाए, अगर ना भी उठाओ तो भी उठ जाएंगे. देर से उठेंगे लेकिन उठेंगे तो. हाँ, अरे वाह वाह. कन्वेयर बेल्ट भी यमराज ही रोकेंगे. फिर सूटकेस भी वही उठा के ले जाएंगे. करेक्ट. आई एम मेकिंग थोड़ा डेंट. Is a dent come because Bhadrahari is saying big things here. It's beautiful to get into the recognition. I know we spend this thought away, सुन लिया, भूल गए, मगर जब बैठ के इसको सोचते अगर इतना अनवेल हो सकता है तो भागम भाग तो बस जितनी जरूरत है उतनी ही करेंगे. बाकी वक्त क्या करोगे? Other than what is necessary to be done, which needs to be done, which has to be done, but you need to also discern the one who's there witnessing, the changes. Witness is the only first indicator. It is not even the absolute. Involved तो नहीं होंगे. Is that okay? So he says, hopefully by next class we will start the 73rd verse. Bhartrahari says, he says, examine the nitya and the anityam in life. जागृत अवस्था में सारा वक्त मत बिता दो अपना, इन्वॉल्व होके, क्योंकि ये तो बदल रहा है. सारा जीवन तुम बस खाते पीते सोते ही निकालोगे. Honestly, this year on our birthdays, I think most of our birthdays are yet to come. At least sitting here and maybe some of us. You should reflect back on the year, on your birthday. जितने भी साल बीत गए आपके, +1 हो जाएगा. Oh, कोई बात नहीं, you can still do it. +1 हो जाएगा. अब इसमें खाते पीते सोते के अलावा what do you recollect? Maybe a change of hairstyle, maybe a change of some dressing style, maybe a change of some superficial meaningless, some change meaningless which didn't matter. Ultimately, it wouldn't have mattered whether you had short hair, long hair. Finally, you will have no hair. क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? All your life, if you had kept so much of spikes here and then. At 40, you'll be looking at the mirror and saying, where were they? Is youth going to be spent away in taking care of the impermanent? Preserving, can you preserve it? Can you preserve the impermanent? You can only use it for what it's worth. Ishwar Arpanam when it goes. You have been gifted with it, given by ईश्वरा. यूटिलाइज इट फॉर व्हाट इट्स वर्थ. शरीर मिला है, किसी पर्पस से मिला है. अच्छा उपयोग करो इस शरीर का, अच्छी देखभाल करो इस शरीर की. जो जो चीजें मिली हैं सब अच्छा मिला है, सब अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करो. जब गया तब अर्पणमस्तु. बट टू इन्वॉल्व योर लाइफ सीइंग इट एज एन एंड इन इटसेल्फ, कि कुछ मिल जाएगा यहाँ पे. That Bhartrahari says, start developing a disinterest, and that's more for the older people here, all of us. 40K idhar. Start developing a relative disinterest in things from the world. नहीं है कुछ यहाँ पे. Preserve your time to understand who you are. नित्य क्या है? अनित्य वस्तु में लगाव छोड़ना शुरू करो. अनित्य वस्तु को पहचानो पहले. क्या है अनित्य? क्या है वो अनित्य जिसमें तुम्हारा मन बैठता है? क्या है वो मन अनित्य जिसके साथ मन जुड़ जाता है? क्या है वो अनित्य जिसको मन पकड़ लेता है? क्या है वो अनित्य जिसको तुम अपना एक्सपीरियंस मानते हो, कि जिसके जाने से तुम्हें लगेगा कि ओ हो मेरी तो जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गई. अनित्य वस्तु तो जाएगी. Before 40, what should you take the anitya as? Just stepping stones. They are your stepping stones. They are important in life up to a stage. They help you grow. They help you define yourself, so that your changing experiences, to the extent they are in your hand, at least to that an extent you control them. Your experiences that you can have in your life are in your hand in the waking state. At least those waking experiences you control. You cannot control the change of avastha, but you certainly have some control over what experiences you have in the waking state. Execute the control in the waking state, but not with an idea that they will fulfill or gratify you forever. No, they will always be short-term means for some short-term ends, and that will be the final about it. Okay? Hopefully we'll take the verse in the next class. This is fun. At least we get once again. We just, this is like the crux of Vedanta. Fulcrum around which Vedanta revolves. Nitya kya hai, anitya kya hai. If we are able to get to some thinking forward, make our thinking forward on it. थोड़ा सा और अगर आगे निकल गई हमारी सोच, to that an extent, we will develop the dispassion for which this book is meant for. It is meant to develop your disinterest from the world. Mat baitho is shareer mein. That's why he's going to give us the examples in 73. The 73rd verse, he says, limbs shrivel. सुकुड़ जाते हैं, हाथ पैर उम्र होते होते, पहले जब इतने सो सॉफ्ट सो नाइस, अब देखो, और जब थोड़े से और बढ़ जाएंगे तो इट सुकुड़ जाएंगे. हाउ टॉल वॉज शी? नाउ हाउ इज शी? Shorter. Isn't it a fact?
My mother was like literally so small.
She's so small. Shrivel, that's what he's saying. Gatram sankuchita. Most welcome, all of you. Gatram sankuchita. Limbs shrivel. शरीर जिसके साथ इतना तुम्हारा लगाव है, स्पाइक्स बनानी है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, उस उम्र तक जाते जाते shrivel. गति ही विगलता. Walking gets unsteady. How much we have to be careful? Walking gets unsteady. This is living examples, see? He says, and dantavalihi means rows of teeth. Chabrashta, they've fallen off. Teeth fall off. Correct? Teeth fall off. Drishtihi nashyati. Eyesight gets lost. कम दिखता है ना, दिखना बंद हो जाता है. करेक्ट और नॉट करेक्ट? की होया दृष्टि ही नश्यति. वर्धते बधिरता. आहा, एक तरफ कुछ कम होता है, दूसरी तरफ कुछ बढ़ता है. कम क्या होता है? दृष्टि कम हो जाती है. बधिरता मीन्स डेफनेस बढ़ जाती है. सुनना कम हो जाता है, मीन्स डेफनेस बढ़ जाती है. वक्त्रम चल लालयते. This is Vairagyam, Shatakam. Vaktram, mouth. Lalayate. What is it called? Drooling. It slobbers because the muscles all become weak. All of us, when we are young, we don't snore. But when we grow older, the snoring starts. It was very fascinating. I didn't know what the reason was till very recently, because you realize the muscles get slacked, and when they're slacked, then they press on the vocal cord, and when they press on the vocal cord, so to breathe you have to, so it makes a sound at that time. As the age increases, वो इसने नहीं लिखा है because that's not a problem. That's okay. Lalayate. Your mouth starts to slobber, salivate. It's drools. Vakyam na atriyate. He says, and your words, अब सब बड़े लोग पहचान लेंगे इस पर. And your words, vakyam na atriyate. Nobody values them. The advices you give to the youngsters, nobody values them. They don't listen to you. तुम्हें लगता है तुम इतनी काम की बात बताते हो, but the young do not listen to you at all. Vakyam na atriyate cha bandhavaha. Also by relatives, they are not valued. Bandhava janaha. Words and speech is not valued by your relatives, by your immediate people. Nobody is ready to listen to you. That's why you have senior citizens groups. एक दूसरे को ही सुना देते हैं. When you go to the park and you have all the senior citizens, you should hear them so passionate they are talking about every current affair of the world. They are well informed and they have such strong opinions. When it's fascinating to hear them, how strong they are. मगर घर में कौन सुनता है उनकी? So you need senior citizen groups, because at least एक दूसरे को सुना देंगे. क्यों? Because nobody else will listen. Value ही नहीं है. When you were young, at that time you were still confused. Maybe life's experiences, you think you have learned something which you want to hand over to the other. But by then the young generation thinks, हम अपने तरीके से सीखेंगे. By then you will become older. What will your next generation say? That's what I tell every elder person. When there's a debate going on between joint family system and nuclear system, and all the elders who have been very independent in their life, and they feel there is no use, no, we lose our freedom, we lose this, we lose that, we want to be independent. And my opinion has always been, as you keep growing older, you are like a child. As a child, you are to be taken care of. As an old person, you need to be taken care of. And as much as you lose your independence as a child, so much you lose your independence as an old person. This is a niyam of life. You can't change it. You cannot preserve your independence and still be growing old. It can't happen. Therefore, grace is in accepting. As the avastha, sharir ki avastha also changes, as it keeps changing, yes, you would lose a little independence. Yes, you have to make certain compromises. Yes, you have to. But at the same time, you must have your family along with you. But their point is, nobody values, nobody has time for us, nobody listens, nobody sits with us. 10 minutes they come or they don't come, etc., etc. All along, just because the truth will remain, your words are not respected. Bhartrahari is saying, जैसे जैसे शरीर उम्र में बड़ा होता रहता है, वैसे वैसे तुम्हारी कोई बात नहीं सुनता. आपस में बात करते हैं, तुम्हारी कोई बात नहीं सुनता है. Even your wife, he says, bharya na shushrute. He says, even your wife does not wait upon you. She is not ready to serve you. Which also means the other way, please. Otherwise, sexism will start. The debate of sexism will start. Why is it that the wife only has to wait upon the husband? Because husband is very dependent on the wife. So husband को कहा जाता है, भाई तुम थोड़ा समझ लो कि तुम्हारी वाइफ भी जो तुमको सर्व करती है वो भी she will stop serving you when you grow old. Why? Because wife can still manage on her own. The husband can't manage on his own. So who's stronger? Wife is. So all boys need to understand that तुम्हारी जिंदगी without, so who's more superior?
The woman.
See? Correct? Absolutely correct. The house is made by them, the corporate sectors are made by them, everything is done only by them. Therefore, there is no question of equality. Women are superior is a fact. So Bhartrahari says, men need to understand. Men need to understand that wife will also not means जो भी तुम्हें serve करते थे, they also not, they will, and it is a far difficult life for between the partners. If the wife goes first, it's very more difficult for a husband to be living alone, and if the husband goes first, it is easier for the wife to live because she can still manage the survival. This is a fact. So he is saying, your wife will also not serve you because you become the irritable person by when you grow old, and you become that, the wife also loses interest because he's an old man now. He's just an old man. He's good for nothing. She loses. So you have to be very, very careful as you keep growing older and older in your relationships. He says, alas, kashtam purushasya jirna vayasaha, the misery of man's life in old age / woman also. Worse in different ways. Old age is not something to be very desirable. Obviously, you'll ask for a long life for what? You are not sitting and discerning what is permanent. You ask for a long life just for bhoga, in anticipation of more enjoyments from the world, which is not going to happen. And in the 74th verse, he continues the same thought, which is also very interesting. We can just finish it together. So that 75th verse, he now then comes to the point. And he says, Varnam Sitam. He says, seeing the white color on the head of a person, pumsam, he says, pumamsam. जब बाल सफेद हो जाते हैं ना सारे, which means what? He says, झटिति, instantly. जैसे आपको कुछ एकदम से, how when you touch some hot vessel, if you didn't know it was hot, तुम क्या करते हो? What is your reaction when you see something which is hot? You just leave it, एकदम से, झटके से you leave it. झटिति is that. He says, seeing the white color on the head, white hair on the head of the person, that condition which is caused by old age. White hair is obviously a product of old age. He says, जैसे ही इंसान तुम्हारे सर पे सफेद, कोई देखता है सफेद बाल तुम्हारे सर पे, instantly he says, they shun you, abandon you, झटिति, छोड़ देते हैं, भागते हैं तुमसे, दूर भागते हैं. The young taruni word he uses, tarunayaha means either the young or also taruni is also used for young women. So he's telling the men, all the young and the women run away from men when they see their white hair. They abandon them. Old person. This is an old person. And how do they abandon? We'll continue with this verse in the next class also. He says, the abandonment is of such a nature that in olden days there was a custom that Chandalas are the ones who are the lowest caste. Now that I will explain more details in the next class. Based on the fact that the whole society was a Varna Ashrama based society, so everybody had their own karmas to perform, specific karmas based on Varna and Ashrama. And if somebody had an intermixture of marriage, castes, intermixture of Varnas and had happened, then the progeny, the child, would not be knowing what karmas they should be doing. So keeping that in mind, if ever the situation in society happened that the father belonged to the Shudra class and the mother was from a Brahmin class, then there is a big difference of the karmas itself. So the child is now disqualified for Vedic karmas. He cannot do it because he is now an intermixture. He doesn't have a Varna and a specified Varna. So he was called an outcast. And all the karma that was left for him to do was only the menial work. So they were called specifically Chandalas. These Chandals had their own villages, they had their own dwelling places, they had their own wells, etc. So Bhartrahari uses the example of a well. Chandals used to keep the bones, human bones, as decoration around the well. Some were mounted on the well or somewhere close by. I presume it was an indication to others to say ki this well water is used by them karke. Probably. But this was, I do not know. These things don't exist anymore. But this is how it was. He says how people would run away seeing the well of a Chandala. दूर से ही भाग जाते थे. वैसे लोग old इंसान से भाग जाते हैं. So don't get involved in the custom. That's an example. Example is to say how people run away from a well mounted with bones. उससे भाग जाते हैं, दूर रहते हैं, उससे दूर ही रहते हैं. वैसे ही एक ओल्ड इंसान से, ओल्ड शरीर से, जिसको ओल्ड इंसान कहा जाता है, उससे इन सब लोग दूर हो जाते हैं. And only that much gets taken care of, what is basic and necessary. And in the 75th verse, now he comes to the point. शरीर जब ऐसा है, इतना अनित्य है, he connects it to the real point. इतने अनित्य शरीर में तुम इतना emphasis लगा के, why do you try and not get to the permanent before your experiences of the old age starts? Before you become old, where you cannot hear, you cannot see, तब थोड़ी मनन करोगे. When you have a young body and an able body and a healthy body and your senses are still active and your limbs are still powerful and strong, that's where you have to start the spiritual journey. You don't start the spiritual, you can there also, not that you're disqualified. You can start wherever. But Bhartrahari is saying, अनित्य को जल्दी पहचानोगे तो उसमें से जल्दी निकलोगे. You will keep yourself out of it. And pay attention to what is Nityam. And in knowing Nityam, he gives it later on. The phal is, अनित्य में involve होगे, the phal is samsara, dukh. नित्य में involve कोशिश करोगे, phal is moksha. So choose well, he says. क्योंकि कन्वेयर बेल्ट की लाइफ तो उतनी ही है जितनी है. कहाँ जियोगे? Choose that. Okay, continue next. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.